We do Hangouts all the time for our breast, colon, and prostate campaigns. And when we do the Hangout and the Hangout's over, that isn't the end of the marketing. It's actually the beginning. So for us, that's the start of the content creation process. So let me share my screen. Here's an interview we did with the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. If people only watch on average 3.5 minutes of video, but you do a Hangout, let's say you spend an hour, then you've wasted 56 minutes because you created content that most people will never enjoy. So my trick here is you want to then look inside of this Hangout and find golden moments where your expert, your rock star, is giving information. It's really every question that you think somebody's going to search on Google.
Is there a way that you structure your Hangouts so that it's easy to chop those up into small chunks? I've seen where some people specifically stop and they ask the question and they display the question and then they answer the question and then they move on, and that's not particularly attractive to watch, but I'm sure it's great for repurposing. Can you give any tips on how to make a video a little easier to break up?
So it's a trade-off, okay? What are you going to do with the content? If you just want to go and use a portion of your Hangout, and let's say you're not an editor, you can go onto YouTube and grab the video, because your Hangout starts here on Google+, but once you've connected your accounts, it's live and on demand inside of your YouTube channel. So you can go to YouTube and grab a share link for when each question starts. And then you can repurpose that just really, really quickly across social. So let's say you and I, for the sake of discussion, are in the 7th question of this Hangout. You can go into the start of each of the questions, grab an individual link, and share them over 7 days. And then that video, when somebody goes and clicks on it inside of Google Plus or Twitter or Facebook, will start exactly at the point that you set the link to start at. But what I also want to point out is there are serious advantages to doing it the harder way, which is downloading it, because ideally what you want to do is if we do one of these Hangouts and there are 15 questions, in 1 hour you can create, in 1 hour of content creation, you could create 15 article pages on your website. When we went to the San Antonio Breast Cancer Symposium, we asked each person 5 questions, each expert. And then at the end of the day, we provided back 5 individual videos to each of the hospitals and organizations so they could then socially share it. But what we did is we put all those videos on our website, on breastcanceranswers.com. So when we gave them out to, let's say, the Mayo Clinic or the each of the MD Anderson, and they start sharing it socially, they're driving targeted traffic back to individual article pages that are already set up with a URL, on an individual URL for that individual question. So when somebody's getting onto Google demanding information, we've already supplied that information, and we use Google like eHarmony, making a love connection between the content that the patient is demanding and the content that we are supplying. Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
Okay, so that is the reason and the purpose that you take the extra step to make sure that you download and create individual clips, and because it expands your searchable footprint.